This is what I used to look like. I still think I always looked good. And this is what I look like now, and I did it all for free. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra and I make minimalism videos. So today's minimalism video is going to be how to get a free glow up using minimalism. No money required. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo. You guys know that I love makeup, so along liking makeup, some of the videos that are recommended to me in the trending is glow ups, and then people would kind of brag at how much they spent in their glow up, and it'd be like several thousand. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then I've been seeing trends where, how come my $1,000 glow up didn't work? I'm not laughing at them. I'm in shock because you'd think that throwing money at the problem would solve things, but it didn't. And I'm here to offer up some glow up tips. I had a mini glow up of my own. This is what I used to look like. I still think I always looked good. And this is what I look like now, and I used minimalism to do it, and I did it completely for free. If anything, I spent less money in the glow up than I did when I was trying to, spend money to look good. So tip number one, having a great body. I kind of realized in my minimalism journey, I realized that having a good body or a great body looks so much better than any clothes that I ever wore. When I would wear like TNA or Aritzia, it didn't look that great on me the way that it did when I was wearing literally like a hobo shirt with some tight leggings that I found from like Marshall's for like $5, and I looked banging. Like I looked amazing because my body looked good. So working out, I know a lot of people are gonna argue and come for me in the comments,
but working out costs money.
I'm sure it does to a certain degree, but you can't tell me that working out isn't free, because I've seen countless videos where people talk about working out for free, and I worked out for free. I go around running on a track around my school. Like as a broke student, this is when this happened. I did not pay a personal trainer. I decluttered a lot of things out of my life too, so I wasn't like fiddling with stuff or shopping, and with that I had time to like, okay, we've got nothing better to do, let's actually go work out. And I know that a great body is different for everybody. I'm not trying to impose beauty ideals on anyone. I'm just saying you're just not satisfied with your body, and if you're being truly honest with yourself. There were times where I'd lie to myself and I'd be like, no, my body looks good, when I didn't think my body looked good. And there's times where like my body looked good and I felt it and I knew it and everybody around me knew it. Okay, number two, brand-free clothes. I never really realized how much more amazing you look when you don't wear branded clothes. And obviously I have branded clothes. Like I'm not gonna sit here telling you like I don't wear branded clothes. I'm wearing Aritzia pants. Where's the logo here? There you go, see? TNA. So I am not a hypocrite. I am not here telling you I don't wear branded clothes. I'm not one of those minimalists. I am not anti-brand. You guys know that I definitely approve of if a company provides good material and the brand is small, take my money. But with that disclaimer out of the way, I want to let you know though that brand-free clothing, or as minimal of a branding as possible, you look amazing. You look so much more better. Having like logo mania just kind of screams insecurity, kind of lets everybody know that you don't have thoughts of your own and that your self-esteem is so low that you need to pay and showcase to others for external validation your self-worth. And I know that you probably don't agree with me, and especially if you're younger, you don't think that's the case because probably you have a lot of peers who do that, but that's the thing. This is something that this is something children do. Adults don't do this. Hopefully you've grown up enough to have some sort of internalized self-worth. I really held off making this video because some of these tips are very radical and almost judgy. I say these tips with hopes that it can definitely help out my Cobra crew, because if you guys are watching these kind of videos, it means that you've probably tried or have figured out some of these things out on your own. So this stuff I'm pretty sure resonates with you guys. You just want to hear somebody else say it. Somebody to get on camera and have the to say the things that some of us just don't want to say, so I'll be the one. I'll say it. Okay, number three, I stopped dyeing my hair, and I know that maybe this is gonna get somebody angry in the comment section, but I'm just gonna say it. I think natural hair looks the most beautiful, and I know maybe somebody in the comments
like, yeah, but what if you have gray hairs?
You guys know that I've something I've talked about in my channel when I talked about my hair videos, that when gray hair comes out, I can't say that will probably be another hair journey of mine, but that was actually the driver what made me stop dyeing my hair. I realized that when gray hair grew in, I'd probably have to start dyeing my hair, maybe either black or blonde or whatever, and I realized I only have so many years left of natural hair left, and so I just went cold turkey. I had the ugliest ingrown pudding hair. I had black hair and then brown hair, and it just looked so goddamn awful. But now this is the first time in my entire life I've ever gotten hair compliments. I have never ever gotten hair compliments when I had dyed hair. Maybe I just did job. Like, it didn't even matter if it was like a box dye or if I went to the salon, my hair always looked just so goddamn awful. Like, I never looked good with dyed hair. And it wasn't until I stopped dyeing my hair and actually have long hair that I have girls on the street stop me to tell me like,
oh my gosh, your hair's so pretty.
I can't even make this stuff up. One time I was at Sporting Life and a girl was like, oh my gosh,
your hair is like literally hair goals.
So that's actually one of the things that I talked about. The thing that I spent the most money on before I became a minimalist was dyeing my hair. As you guys know that dyeing your hair, it takes a lot of upkeep. You have to do your roots, and then you have to like treat the color, and then if it doesn't get toned, then you have to like tone it, and like then you also have to buy like the special shampoo, which costs more, and then you have to buy like the hair products to like help restore it, and the keratin and like the argan oil because your hair is so damaged. I spent so much money on hair. I think I calculated how much all of it. I think I spent like $2,000 over the course of the 5 years I've been dyeing my hair since high school. Now I spent almost close to nothing on my hair. This is all just virgin hair. I think my hair bill is probably like $10 a month, if that, because I buy my shampoo from Tresemme for $4 and that lasts me like maybe like 3 months. And then my argan hair oil, which is $7, which also lasts me like 3 months. So literally like a $10 bill for 3 months is extremely cheap. I've just been fully enjoying this easy lifestyle, and it's such a free glow up. Literally, I save money on haircuts. You guys know how often I cut my hair? I literally cut my hair once a year, and I used to do it at the salon when I lived in Asia. Now that I'm back home, my mom used to be a hairdresser. My mom cuts my hair, and when I didn't want to do any of that because I was being an extreme minimalist, I literally would take my hair, grab scissors, and just cut. I have saved so much money, and this is the best my hair has ever looked, and it's the least amount of work I've ever had to do for my hair. Okay, number 4. Clear skin. You can get clear skin using minimalism, and I know a lot of people are
like, what are you saying? Like, that doesn't even make sense.
Okay, hear me out. If you use minimalism and you apply it to your food, you're gonna stop eating junky food that's causing you allergens, garbage, sugar. If you're intolerant to dairy and gluten, that's probably another one that goes. Your organs, they release the reactions to the food that you eat, right? And then your lymph nodes are up here and down here, right? And so if you're eating garbage, it's causing inflammatory responses. Your skin is like, oh God, we need to get that out. So it starts coming out, right? If you're not eating junky food and sugar and things that you probably shouldn't be eating, it's not trying to come out your face. And so you just eliminated acne by applying minimalism to your food. So the unsexy answer to clear skin is literally drink water, work out, and eat vegetables. I know a lot of people are like, oh my God,
but the like drunk elephant and the skincare and the hyaluronic acid.
Okay, yes, but if you've actually ever experienced acne, and I know I can finally talk about this, you know, I've always held off making videos on skin care because I've never had acne, so I just felt like I wasn't in a position to talk about this. But during my recovery, I ate so much garbage that I gave myself the worst skin I've ever had. I can finally bring to the table with true conviction that your skin looks like because of what you eat.
But it's a hormonal thing.
You know what? If it's truly a hormonal thing, then we're not talking about minimalism here. We're talking you need to go see a doctor. And I'm pretty sure the doctor, in conjunction to your medicine, is gonna tell you to lay off the sugar. 100% come for me. If you get off sugar and your acne clears up, eat. Told you. I'm really passionate about this topic because honestly some of these answers are just so freaking simple. Nobody wants to hear that. We want to overcomplicate it and we want to just throw money at the problem and we just want to buy all the skincare. Because let's be real, who wants to give up sugar? Who wants to give up junk food? I certainly don't, and I'm not sitting here telling you I don't. Look, I have this terrible under the skin acne because I had custard on toast yesterday when I went out for brunch because YOLO. I'm not telling you to be extremely radical and cut sugar entirely from your diet. I'll be honest, you probably couldn't. Apply minimalism to your food, eat less junk to the best of your ability, and your skin is gonna severely clear up and you're just gonna be like, wow, thank me later. Okay, number 5, a fat wallet. There's no amount of glowing up the way that getting rich does. And I know that rich is relative to everybody, and that's actually probably one of the blessings of growing up poor is that when you actually have money, you feel like one rich motherfucker. I have never enjoyed so much in my life having money the way that having money feels like when you didn't have money. There's no other way to explain it. Like if you've been in my shoes, you know what I'm talking about. I almost feel sorry for the middle class. Like, I mean, I would consider myself middle class right now, but me in the middle class feels rich because of my starting point. But you being middle class and still being middle class, you'll always feel like because you're always comparing yourself to the upper middle class or like the truly rich versus I feel rich. And it didn't even take that much money for me to get there because of my relative state of being. But I digress. A fat wallet being relative, and you got there by just saving your money or spending less of it because you applied minimalism, or at the very least, maybe not minimalism, but you just stopped buying so much crap, which I feel is part of minimalism because I think minimalism and hyperconsumption, I really do feel like those are two separate entities. I have seen minimalists who hyperconsume, but they hyperconsume expensive But let's just say, generally speaking, in the traditional form or the stereotypical form of applying minimalism, which is to just buy less stuff and hopefully not buy expensive stuff, because you're gonna go for like the frugality aspect part of minimalism too. Frugality and minimalism are not the same thing, but let's just clump it in together and make it one unit. Having a fat wallet is going to make your life so much easier. Having a safety net, having an emergency fund, nothing makes you sleep better at night the way that does. Nothing you can buy is going to give you the same level of happiness the way that having money in the bank does. And I think enough said, right? Okay, number 6, true confidence cannot be bought. And I think this is an interesting point, and I'm going to use the children of rich people as this example. So you guys may not know this, but I went to an upper class school. I know a lot of you
But you said you grew up in poverty.
Well, welcome to Canada. It doesn't matter what your socioeconomic status is. You're free to go to whatever district of school that you happen to go to. And I applied for the French program, got accepted into this bougie ass school, and so that's how poor ass me ended up hanging out with rich kids. So why are rich kids so self-confident? Because they already have everything that they need. They don't need for more, and that's where confidence comes from. And minimalism is the fake form of that. If you have everything that you need because you've applied minimalism, because you finally realize I don't need all of this crap. Like I'm actually fine the way that I am. Like, have you guys ever seen college students? And I know this because I lived the majority of my minimalism as a college student. You really don't need that much stuff. And don't we all think college kids are the coolest kids? They have a backpack, like their clothes are just like whatever, and like they're running to school, and they're just, I remember my teachers used to tell me that their best memories were their college years. And I was like, Sarah, what are you talking about? I get it now. As a working professional, and I look back on my college years, it was just like a more academic form of minimalism. They didn't own a lot, and so they were free to do stuff, but you kind of lose that when you become an adult. But you can still retain that by being a minimalist. Minimalists don't have a lot, so they're busy living their best lives. And a good example I can think about that whenever I think about it, I don't know if Mr. Money Stash calls himself a minimalist, but he always talks about don't try to accumulate junk, just actually try to live your life. And that's true confidence. True confidence cannot be bought. You either are confident and you're not, and the things that make you confident are based on the things that you're able to do, not on the things that you own. Coming back to the point about the rich kids, well, what does that even mean? Yeah, because most rich kids already own everything that they need. So then there comes a point where if you own everything that you need, you get tired of that and you go on and you like do things. And I remember very vividly that a lot of the things that they would do is like they had always fundraisers all the time. They're always practicing for like those little marathon things that they do. They were always busy doing stuff. And that's kind of one of the privileges of money, which also comes back to like the feedback loop of minimalism in the first place. If you have money and you're not worried about money, you finally have the freedom to do more frivolous stuff. If you stop spending all your money and maybe embrace a little more minimalism in your life, you'd probably have that same luxury to finally do something in your life. And that's where your confidence is going to stem from. Your confidence is going to come from the fact that you completed that marathon. Your confidence is not going to come from your material possessions. Like, I own a MacBook, but I can hardly make a YouTube channel about that, being like, I own a MacBook, I'm very confident. My confidence stems from me being good with money. My confidence stems from having the discipline to pursue extreme minimalism, knowing that I had the guts to start a YouTube channel. My confidence comes from me not being afraid to put my face out there on the internet and just live my best life. That's where true confidence comes from, not from the things that you buy. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disagreed with any of my points, leave it down in the comment section below. I would love to read it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.